Hey everybody, we're Wanderlude, and this song is called Not the Same. I see you throwing shade. You were definitely my downgrade. You were a waste of years and a waste of tears. Things aren't the same, and you're the one to blame. Get it through your head. It's not the same. Get it through your head. It's not the same. I was tired of the fights, tired of all the nights you kept me up. Now I've had enough. Things aren't the same, and you're the one to blame. Get it through your head. It's not the same. Get it through your head. It's not the same. Get it through your head. It's not the same. Get it through your head. It's not the same.
Okay, so I guess we could start with introducing yourselves and your position in your band.
Alright, I'm Aaron. I play rhythm guitar and vocals.
I'm Abel, I play drums.
And I'm Brian, and I play lead guitar.
So,
Who's missing?
oh yeah, who's missing?
The missing band members are bassist Derek right now is in San Francisco
Bassist
studying.
and vocalist.
Yeah.
Yeah, bassist and vocalist. He's in San Francisco right now, in school, San Francisco State University. And our keyboard player Brandon, he's at home right now because he has classwork to do. He's busy with school also.
Just so that we get this question out of the way, plans with Derek, like he's still in the band officially, or?
It'll pretty much be like when he's down, he'll play with us. But other than that, we pretty much have, for now it's Jake is filling in on bass for us, Jake from the Biscuits. But yeah, we're gonna maybe play around with other people and see, but for now it's pretty much a
I
Jake.
think what we're gonna do is like when we come up with songs and stuff, we're probably gonna show them to Derek and then have Derek come up with something for it, and then we'll just have Jake record them like if Derek's not down. That's
Just to keep Derek in
yeah,
the
just
band.
keep Derek.
So he's not out, it's just like a lead
He's gotta
process.
go to school. Okay.
Alright, so how long have you guys known each other and how did Wanderlude start?
I've known Abel since 6th grade. We went to Edwards, and we didn't become friends till like 8th grade when we were both in guitar class, and me and Abel had a middle school band,
What was the name of that band?
Jack of all trades, and then like we changed it to the middle, but we never recorded anything. Like, we were pretty much a cover band. We probably wrote like 1 or 2 songs, but you'll never hear them because we didn't record, and like we broke up before, like around high school starting. But yeah, and then I met Derek and Brian through my girlfriend at the time, Val, and that was like sophomore year, and Brandon I kind of met through them as well.
Yeah. That's how I met Aaron too. Abel, I didn't really know Abel. He moved to Whittier High, like sophomore year, and I think he knew a couple of my friends, and so like, we started skating and stuff, and that's how we became friends. And then Derek, I've known Derek since like 2nd grade.
He's like,
We lived like right across the street from each other. And like we didn't really talk till like 5th grade or something like that. Like he came down the street one time and like I was on my scooter or something. And he's like, oh, I didn't know you lived here. And I was like, yeah, I live here or whatever. And then yeah, we've just been friends since then. And then Brandon, I went to middle school with Brandon, and then he moved away to another city, and I just so happened to move to that city too. So we kind of like reconnected again. And he didn't join the band. He didn't join the band until
like
a year in. Like, cause he started to play piano and like he tried to start his own band too, like with a couple of his friends. I went to his school, but then like it didn't really work out, and I was like, dude, like fuck it, like you could just jam with us, like might as well. And we're like super close friends.
And we would practice at his house a couple times because him and Brian live really close to each other in Hacienda. And yeah, we just started practicing with him, and then it was kind of just fell in with us, and yeah.
Alright, so how Wanderlude started?
Oh yeah. Well, this was about junior year, I think, and it was after my stint with Goldvine. But I hit up Abel to jam, just cause like I don't know, like it'd been a while, and it went well. And then we decided to invite Derek next time, and then we jammed with Derek, and then Derek said, "Oh, we should invite Brian to like play guitar as well," because Derek was kind of learning guitar, but he like wasn't, I don't know.
He was like barely learning.
Yeah, he was
from scratch,
like
basically.
beginning. Yeah. And so Abel and Derek were like, "Yeah, let's invite Brian." Like I was still hadn't really known Brian a whole lot then, but I was just like, "Okay, yeah, like sounds cool." And then it's kind of like the 4 of us.
For
Yeah.
a while, right?
For about a year.
Okay,
And
I
that
remember.
was in like, what month was that?
When we all went, like it was November 2015.
Yeah.
The 4 you saw, like,
Yeah, 4 of us all.
And we
Right,
practiced
his
at
house.
Abel's house.
Not too far from here.
So yeah.
Alright, so what songs do you guys play the most and why?
We only have like enough songs for our set. So we play all our songs basically.
But there's like
we've had like
3 or 4.
like no, like 6 songs that we just throw away. Like we just don't like
Yeah.
them anymore. We just don't play them.
Yeah?
And I think that's regressing us like from fucking releasing the album
Yeah.
so much.
about
But
to die.
I don't know. I just don't wanna.
So
Finish your
like every song in our catalog we've played, but there's like about 6 that we kind of just don't play anymore. But yeah.
Why not?
I don't know. I guess we kind of just didn't think they were good
Like
enough.
satisfied with them. We
Yeah,
really-
like they were like
we
either
think we could do better.
incomplete or
You feel like maybe it's outgrowing some songs
Yeah.
too?
Yeah.
They just don't feel right anymore.
I understand that. How'd you guys learn to play?
well, like I said, I took guitar classes in middle school, and it was 7th grade. I got called in by my counselor because I had a free period in like the middle of the day, and you can't have that in middle school. And she was like, "All there's left is guitar or art," and I was like, "Well, I can't draw, so put me in guitar." And then yeah, I just kind of learned from there, and that was 2 years up until 8th grade, and then yeah.
Able?
I just learned drums.
I learned how to play drums when I was in like 5th grade or 6th grade, and I had lessons for like a couple months, and then I just stopped like going to lessons, and I just started playing on my own when I had free time, and that's it pretty much.
Just joined up with these guys and then.
Yeah.
I learned how to play guitar. I think it was the same year we started the band because my mom's boyfriend, he had an acoustic guitar like laying around the house, and I started to pick it up. Well, actually, I did play guitar, but like barely. Like my grandma bought me like an electric one, like with a built-in speaker in it, like from Target or something. And like I played it for a while, and then I stopped. That was like in 5th grade, and then I started again, like sophomore year, so 2015. And he had the acoustic just laying around, and I picked it up, and I just started trying to like to learn songs. So I just like look at tabs. I didn't really understand them, but I just kind of got the hang of it. I just watched videos and stuff, and that's pretty much it.
And Derek, he just like kind of started playing guitar like around.
Yeah, I think bass was just easier for him.
Yeah, but he had always played. He'd been playing piano for a little
Yeah,
bit
he
before
played
that.
keyboard.
Because like I remember when any of us would like go over to Derek's house to hang out, like he had a keyboard, and like sometimes he would just like show us like little like tidbits of stuff like he'd written.
And,
And then how did Brandon?
Brandon tried learning guitar at first too. Like his dad gave him an acoustic guitar, and then I think he also had like a keyboard just lying around the house or something. And I think he just started playing that a bit, and then when we told him like he should join the band, I think he just started practicing more and more and more stuff, and that's basically it.
So like all the recordings that are on your Bandcamp, who helped you guys create that whole thing and put it on Bandcamp?
We recorded all those with Leisure Life, with Jacob specifically, in his garage.
Yeah. But Dylan helped us, and Jake from the Biscuits helped us.
Yeah, those we did like digital recordings with them.
Yeah, they're
But the ones that are on our Bandcamp are with Jacob in his hot ass garage. But yeah, and those were like the 3 like first songs that we'd written as a band. So they were like the first 3 that we released. And yeah.
Alright, do you guys have any musical influences?
The Beatles, I could say, are like for sure like influence that all 5 of us share. What do you guys think?
I really like the Beatles. I would agree with the
So
Beatles.
the Beatles are all across
Yeah.
everybody.
Beatles
Yeah.
are cool.
It's
Just
safe to
like-
say you guys are Beatles fans.
Yeah.
And then the Beatles, a lot of like 50s doo-wop, like the Chantels. I like the Chantels a lot, and also just listening to like the local bands, like just hearing them like influences us a lot, like Dylan and Elvis and Goldfine, all of them, Biscuits, too.
The homie band.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true. That's cool. What do you guys like to do when you guys aren't playing shows or recording or practicing? What do you guys like to do? Skate?
Yeah, we'll hang out, they'll skate, and I'll watch them. We'll go eat, and just mess around.
Do you guys hang out as a band, like in your off time?
Early.
You guys.
But we
Really?
when we do, it's fucking awesome. It's sick. It's
Yeah,
so fun.
like, we played a show in Riverside in, what month was that, July?
Yeah.
In July, and Brandon drove, but it was just like the 5 of us, like, none of our girlfriends went or anything. And it was cool because like it was like a long drive, and we all met at Brian's house, and like we left from there, and I don't know, just like that whole day was just like really cool. Like we showed up, and they had a pool and stuff there, and like all of us were just hanging out and swimming, and it was a lot of fun, just like the 5 of us hanging out. And yeah,
So, yeah, 'cause sometimes it's hard to get all 5 of us together. Like we all have
Yeah.
work and school and stuff.
Busy
Especially
schedule.
him, he's like booked like a lot, like every day of the week.
he works at In-N-Out in Pico,
Hit him
so
up.
go visit him. He's always there.
Should finish it.
So out of all the songs that you guys played, mine is Smoke Demons definitely. Whatever. So like, what was the inspiration for that? Like, who wrote it and how? I know these are like complex, but like I want to know, like.
Derek.
You Derek?
Smoke Demons
Derek?
is Derek's
Yeah,
song.
that's
Yeah?
Like,
dude.
that
Honestly,
was,
I assumed it was.
That's
Derek.
about like him. That's about him and Derek. Hotboxing, Derek's bathroom.
Yeah?
Like, sophomore
He
year or
wrote it,
something.
yeah.
I don't know, he just wrote it.
And Derek said it was about like him like going to shows at that time, and like he didn't smoke like
Mhm.
a lot of people do at shows, and he kind of just felt like
Like left out.
like an outsider
Yeah.
in that
And
sense.
that was like sophomore year, like
Yeah.
before even.
And now Derek
Like,
smokes the
Wanderlude.
most out of all of us.
Yeah,
Like,
he did.
he has a problem.
That's a problem.
What other problems does Derek have?
Oh, it's too many.
His priorities, I mean,
It's
he's
pretty
not
vulgar.
Here. Yeah, Derek's really vulgar.
What are like the biggest problems that you guys have had, like as a band, playing shows, everything?
Problems. Well, I mean, there's always like
There's-
Maybe like not like agreeing on like how a song should sound, maybe.
Mm.
Like no, we don't like that, or like someone would like that. And yeah, and then maybe just like I don't know, just like messing around at practice, like not getting to it, like
Yeah.
just getting off task, and like we
Yeah.
just get mad at each other, and that stuff.
I would figure there'd be like problems like playing venues, like problems with the people throwing the show, or not that like leisure life. That's why
Yeah.
it's cool because there isn't problems because we're all
Something to say.
friends. Like
Pretty
there isn't
much,
problems,
yeah.
but like if you go to a show and some dumbass is throwing the show that doesn't even know you.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to know when you're getting asked to play a show if the person knows what they're doing or not. So I think like that's one way we've kind of avoided that. We haven't played many actual venues, but when we have, it's never really been any problems really. Like we've played Bridgetown a handful of times, and like nothing has really gone wrong there. Like with us. The only bad experience we've had with the show was in
Pomona,
the
PBW.
PBW, and
Yeah, it's just like a
Don't say names.
like
yeah,
lousy
we were in
production team. Like he didn't know really how to throw a show. Just like really rude with us, like not welcoming at all.
You probably know who they are, but other than that, problems. These guys arguing about who's gonna drive there, where we're gonna meet, what time we'll practice like that week to prepare, and that's about it.
Because again, it's 5 guys with colliding schedules.
Yeah.
So
5 of us, and we all live pretty far. Like
Yeah.
I live in like Whittier, like the border of Pico. Abel lives like technically in like Pico and Norwalk. Pico.
And when we were in high school, I lived in Hacienda, but I went to Whittier High. So my only ride home was my mom when she got out of work, which was like at 5. So if we were to practice like on a school day, like we'd have to go to practice and hurry up, and then I could just go home. Or else if we like went over that time, I'd have to like find my own ride home.
Yeah, so we'd
My
be
dad.
lucky to get like an hour and a half of
Yeah.
practice. Like 2 is like unheard of.
We
But
get
yeah.
school sometimes just to practice before shows.
True. Yeah, it happened a bit.
The music, dude. It's
Yeah.
always the music that makes you
Still
do certain
graduated, so
And we're out that bit.
So like I know you mentioned that you guys don't play venues as much. What's like your favorite show that you've played, whether it's a backyard show or at a venue? Like just the one that at the top of your head you remember like that was a fun show.
Let's see, I think fun show.
Hardcore Fest was
Nightmare on Milton
first
Street.
Oh.
the first time we made the
Mhm.
stage was at Hardcore Fest. The first one.
honestly, like
The
I think
janky stage.
the Nightmare on Milton show.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
The couch in
That
the
was
back.
a really
Dude,
cool
yeah.
show.
Yeah, the couch behind the stage.
That was
just
this
like-
one.
I didn't even know you guys were gonna do that. Honestly, I just saw it and I was like, that's so fucking smart.
Yeah, it's like a backstage.
Joseph passed out on
Yeah, Joseph fell asleep on the
I
couch.
think my favorite show was probably like one at his house.
That
We
was
played
one
with
of my second ones.
we played with Kuko
Oh,
and
I
Indigo
was
State. And dude, Kuko had that shit packed, dude.
Uh-huh,
But,
that
like,
shit was-
the whole crowd was just like they were so positive about every band. Like they were there to listen. Like they weren't there just to like I don't know, like
Just
drink
hang out
and
and
talk.
talk.
yeah, they're
Yeah.
there for
Like,
the music.
They were there.
That
Cool.
that energy is rare. Like
Yeah.
Oh.
like the feedback we were getting from the crowd, like we were just like feeding off each other, like us seeing them like hyped with each song and like enjoying it just like obviously makes us enjoy it, and then that's reflected in like how we play it and just like even like banter in between songs and just like that was a really cool set, and like all the bands that played that night were really good.
Yeah, dude, that was good. That was good.
Would you say that's an issue in like the show scene?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's
Me too.
definitely people that aren't at shows
For the music.
for music, and it sucks, but like that's the reality of it. Is that sometimes people just want to go to a show to get fucked up, and then cops will drive by and they see open containers and people's hands that don't look 21, and then get shut down.
Yep.
So, do you guys all play the same instruments every single time? Do you guys like to switch off? Or do you guys like to stick to one brand?
We'll switch off, but not like seriously. Like sometimes I'll play drums at practice, but like I don't know. We've never like done.
But sometimes Brian comes up with some piano parts for songs.
Yeah. I come up with the guitar parts and sometimes the piano parts, but that was like before Brandon came in the band. I had like a couple keyboard parts for some of our songs, but we didn't have anybody to play them for us. So I wouldn't play them at shows or anything, but I just have them in my head, or like I have them recorded like on my phone, just in case, you know. And I for Smoke Demons, the recording that's on Bandcamp, I recorded an
That was
organ
before
part at the end
Brandon.
of it.
So the organ solo at the end was Brian.
Yeah, I used Jacobs.
Sweet.
Nice.
And anything gear-wise, what do you guys prefer?
Gear-wise, well, when we started Wanderlude, I was playing a 12-string Dano, and that was cool for a bit, but I kind of got tired of the tone
SG.
for a bit. I had my SG also,
I also had an SG.
but I was
We both had SGs.
switching off between both of those.
He was in a transitional period.
I was in between axes.
What do you prefer now?
I have a Squire J Massis Jazz Master right now. I'm like, that's the nicest guitar I've ever owned. I can't complain about anything about it. Like, the feel, like it just plays really smoothly, and like, cause my SG was really heavy. But like, my Jazz Master, like it's like the perfect like weight. Like I like it. Picks, whatever. I play like mediums. I don't know. 'Cause yeah.
There's no such thing as being specific because nobody can ever keep track of those motherfuckers.
Yeah.
You lose them everywhere.
True.
So I have a favorite pick in tons of things. But I don't know, and then my amp is Fender as well, so I guess like Fender Squire is what I pretty much play.
What about you, Abel? Do you have a preference?
Oh, yeah.
Well, my drums I've had since I was probably since I first started playing drums, so I don't really have a really good drum set, but like when I play with other people's drums, I like Pearl or Crash. Those are pretty cool, but I don't really have a specific brand, just whatever.
What about sticks?
Yeah,
What do you
whatever.
prefer?
Six, big first.
Guitar, I like using Fenders. I like using Strats a lot. I like the way it feels, I like the way it sounds. When we started, I used an SG, like Aaron's, and I just like started messing up, and then he got a fucking Mexican Strat, and he started like letting me borrow. Like, he was nice enough to let me like, use it during shows. But yeah, overall, I prefer a Fender Strat.
So any crazy experience at that show? Is anything that you can remember that was like weird? Cause I know I've been to shows that like some weird shit happens.
Like, I don't know, just drunk people, I guess. One
Oh
time.
yeah.
Should I say his name?
Don't say name. I mean,
You can say his name.
honestly. Go ahead.
He's a
It's
character.
not weird, but it's just like funny. Like, what
You
the
wrote
fuck? It's this dude, he's in Whittier, Mellow Mike. Shout out to
Oh.
Mellow Mike. Hell yeah.
Mellow Mike.
Like, usually during, after like the show's over, like he'll get on the mic and he'll start rapping.
Oh,
like,
those are the
rapping
best shows
crazy
though. I
shit.
love it.
That shit's funny.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's just like drunk people at shows, like in the pit. I remember one time where Brandon from the Biscuits Going Away show at Unmodern, there was some dude with his bike in the pit. He had a bike and he was
I remember
riding
that
around
actually.
the pit. And what else? I think, yeah, that's it. And some dude like cracked like a beer bottle on his head. Crazy shit.
Yeah, that. Yeah, I've seen those. Let's see. Any upcoming shows? Yeah, you guys are playing anywhere?
We don't have anything. We're working on the album right now.
Yeah,
Okay,
we're just
cool.
focused on recording the album Leisure Life, but other than
Leisure Life.
that, we don't really have anything lined up in the foreseeable future. We'll have a release show and maybe a listening party, but other than that,
Well, that's
no
upcoming.
shows.
You just don't know dates.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we just don't know when, but we'll let you guys know when we do.
Alright.
When are you guys aiming to release your album?
Let's see,
But
it's
I'm aiming, or
September.
we're aiming to release it by the end of maybe January 2018. I know it's been like 2 years, but it's just the time, dude. Like, to get hold of us. There's like not really that much time and stuff, like with our colliding schedules and stuff. And yeah.
And Jake has been really patient with you guys,
Yeah.
giving you guys a lot of time.
Yeah, dude. He has.
Okay, so do you guys have any, from now, do you guys have any direction for your band? Like, what do you guys hope?
Record the album, put that out. Hopefully we'll be able to play some better shows once we do. Maybe put out an EP after that so it doesn't take as much time. But just, record, put that out, play better shows, and just try to
I think just
get out more.
focus on making,
Yeah, try to-
making better songs.
Yeah.
Now,
Progressing.
We need to, yeah.
and at like a faster rate than we
Yeah.
originally.
We need to progress individually also. Like, I think we could do way better than what we do now.
Yeah.
Or not. Like,
There's always room for improvement,
yeah.
and all of us are far from
Where we want to be.
masterful musicians, but
Like, I'm nowhere near where I want to be as a musician. I want to be.
Me too.
Also.
How do people gain access to your music?
We have a Bandcamp. That's wanderlude.bandcamp.com. So download the app or go to the website. We have 3 songs on there. There's like a couple stuff on YouTube, so just search Wanderlude and see what comes up. That's
And
about
we have
it.
SoundCloud also with 2 like demos. We
Oh,
have a
yeah.
Great Outlet Blues demo and a Smoke Demons demo.
And those are just like
A phone.
our
under a pillow.
phone under a pillow in like Abel's living room or something. So just like really raw recordings.
Do you guys have any acknowledgements for the emotional and financial support of your band?
Oh.
Shout outs to.
I
Shout
wanna
out
thank-
to Leisure Life, all of them. They helped us more than anybody.
They've been really patient.
They're very
with us.
patient. Our parents, of course. Love
Love
you
you,
guys.
mom and dad. My
Yeah.
brothers been there a lot for me, driving us to shows at first, like
Yeah.
when we couldn't drive. All our friends, like when we were starting, that would tell us we sounded good, even though we didn't believe it. Like, kind of made me think like it was worth continuing. And even people we don't know, like people at shows or like sometimes we get messages just like someone saying they saw us and like they really enjoyed our set. That's always something that's like kind of like an emotional payoff and like makes me want to keep doing it.
And also like show show hosts. Like sometimes they'll offer us money, like gas money. Like shout out to them, dude. Like that's
That's
cool that
sick.
they do that. Like we
All
really
the
need that.
other
So-
production teams or individuals that we've played for, when they're nice enough to do that, like that's cool.
Do you guys have any last words?
You're gonna want to wait and see to what Leisure Life has in store for you guys. They have some really good
Oh,
stuff in store
yeah.
for you guys.
Oh yeah.
You'll be hearing from us soon enough. Thank you guys for listening to us on Bandcamp and SoundCloud or coming out to shows to see us.
And if you got a CD from us somehow,
Yeah,
Sure.
a handful of times we've made a CD. If you play that, thank you.
For those of you watching the video right now.
For those, yeah,
Thank you
you
for
guys
watching.
too. Yeah, Wanderlude thanks you.
and from Derek and Brandon too, they thank you guys too.
All right.
Thank you guys. Thank
It's a
you
wrap.
Leisure Life for having us.
Thank you guys. We'll
Bye.
see you soon.
This is I'm Gonna Love You.